Another thing you want to make sure is the frunk opens. So we're going to open the frunk from here. We're also going to open the charge port from here. I'm going to walk out outside and see. And also make sure you have your tow hook. The great thing about Model Y and Teslas in general is that there's very little maintenance. I mean, the only thing that you really need to access as a user is filling up your windshield washer fluid. And notice that up here they've really beefed up this design here. It seems like they may have been responding to customer complaints about the front being flimsy. There's a lot of plastic here, which I can assume this is to help maintain rigidity of the front. Definitely make sure that the waterproofing gasket around the front here is intact, because otherwise you're going to get water all here in your boots. So the trim that we ended up getting was the Model Y Long Range Dual Motor Edition. We opted for the factory standard 19-inch wheels. I'm sorry. Looks like this vehicle only has 5 miles on it, as you can see. We went for the white on white interior, or white exterior, white interior. Our previous Tesla Model 3 was a black on black, and I'm just feeling so much more comfortable sitting in this car right now, even though it's been out in the sun for many hours. It's just so much more comfortable in the sunny skies of Denver to have a white on white interior. So let's go ahead and go down our menus here. So in terms of what we can test on the lot right now, I don't think any of these other ones you can really test anything about. That's going to have to be a driving test, which I'm not sure if Tesla will allow you to do prior to taking delivery, but we will definitely ask, and we'll take you guys on a drive for that. And also you're going to want to inspect the seats for sure. Some owners reported that they discovered tears in their seats after taking delivery. Also to make sure all the stitching is in good order.
Alright, and we're gonna fold the center.
Note that it takes a bit of work to reset these seats.
It's pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy. Yeah, for Maya, she couldn't do it on her own. It's definitely something to consider.
It's really nice. There's 2 cup holders there.
Nice cup holder here, and I believe this seat here should come down.
There you go. So,
there you go. So if you have a snowboard or a ski or something.
If you're like us and you do winter sports and you have skis or snowboards, that will fit pretty well there. For us, our snowboards should fit pretty well, and we'll do a test of that a little bit later.
Also, one issue that they've had in the past with these is the seat is not quite level, which seems to be the case for our vehicle here. It's maybe a centimeter or so off. And one issue with our vehicle right now, which I think will go away with time, is that the seat does not fold in on itself. There's too much friction. There's too much friction between the left and the right half. You can see here I'm holding down the button. It's only slowly creeping forward. And only there it goes there. So I think that will wear itself out over time. But definitely check to make sure that it latches at all. So make sure that the vents blow cold air. They should. You're also going to want to check that the AC operates at all fan levels. Just make sure that you can hear the different fan levels. We've got a temperature and airflow sensor here that we're going to kind of use somewhat scientifically to tell here. Looks like the temperature is reading in around, selling 19 degrees Celsius. Stand by while I convert this to Fahrenheit. So at maximum AC on low, we're reading about 12 to 14 degrees Celsius and 4 meters per second on the main vent here. And we're reading a similar measurement on the right side as well. We're getting a much faster airflow velocity in the rear vents. A little bit lower temperature as well. About 7 meters per second, whereas the front two vents are reading about 4. And again, this is a really nice touch. They've finally put door opening logos in the rear seats as well. Just looking up at the rear seat, you just can't help but miss the ginormous glass rooftop you've got here. Way more impressive than the 3 that used to have a crossbar right around here. So check that these coat hooks come out. Check that the lights work. One thing that I did not realize, that on the Model Y, the passenger side windows do not go down fully. Can you try from the front to see if it goes down fully?
Front does.
No, try from the driver's side, if you can reach it. Maybe it's like a child lock thing. No, it looks like even from the driver's side, that is the limit to how far down the Model Y window goes. So that's a consideration for you guys. Okay, so we're going to be testing the heat now. Now this is going to be kind of uncomfortable outside temperature. We're looking at 84 degrees, but we've got to test the heat in this car. Looking at this vent in the back here. We've got similar airflow velocities. We've got temperatures hovering around 38, 40, still rising. Looks like it's settling in around, it's going past 50 degrees Celsius now. Still going up. This car's getting really toasty back here. Also be sure to test the seat warmers. Make sure that the seats also heat up, and we're settling in at around 62 degrees Celsius at about 10 meters a second airflow velocity. So that is a very, very hot temperature. Now we'll see how this works in the winter time when we do another review of this, another real world test of the winter time performance. And there you have it. That's the final reading. It's settled out at 65 degrees at around 10 meters per second flux velocity. Now I've heard that the heat pump is really loud. Now let's go check outside to see if we can hear it from out here. Now I can't hear the compressor out here, and it could be because you can hear it just a little bit. Now it could be because the outside temperature right now is pretty warm to begin with. We're about 84 degrees Fahrenheit, so the heat pump does not have to work as hard. Heat pumps are less efficient the colder it gets outside, so I can imagine in the winter time it's going to be working harder and probably extra louder, but we'll have to find out, wait and see. Of course, you got tons of space in the side gutters here. enough for a few bottles of wine or groceries, and a huge storage trunk. Feels a little bit bigger than the Model 3, and you should also have another basement down here, which you may have to open this in order to get to. So, you know, you can stick some charging cables down there or something of a pretty low profile. We only got maybe 3 inches deep, 2 or 3 inches deep there. One other difference I've noted from the Model 3 is that the Model Y appears to have stronger regen. And the main reason I know this, I mean, currently this is just qualitative, but the main reason I know this is in the Model 3, I got used to timing the regen, so I would stop exactly at the red light or a stop sign or whatever. But in the Model Y, using my same timing that I'm used to, I stop maybe 30% sooner. So I would say that the regen on this vehicle is about 20 to 30% stronger than the Model 3. At some point in the future, we will do more quantitative measurements, but I can say with relative certainty that the regen is definitely better in the Y than the 3. A lot more content coming up for you guys. It's going to be more quantitative easing. I mean, I wish we could do quantitative easing, but we're going to do more quantitative assessments of various performance parameters. The one that we're looking forward to the most is a quantitative performance comparison between the Model Y's heat pump and the Model 3's heater, to see which one is more efficient and which one heats up the cabin better. So we'll have something for you guys. We'll do it once, sometime before winter, taking the 2 cars up to higher altitude. But then definitely once winter hits here in Denver and we get the first snowfall, we'll repeat that experiment for a more real world analysis. But I know a lot of you guys are itching to know how much more effective the Y's heat pump is compared to the 3's resistive heater. Anyway, so stay tuned, like and subscribe if you want to hear more, and click the little notification bell icon.
Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, and we will be back soon with another video. Bye guys.
Bye. When we first got our Model 3, the software update took a while to come. I would say maybe 2 weeks to come. One thing you guys might want to do is go into the software settings, and under software update preference, go to advanced. As soon as I clicked over to advanced, that's when I got the software update, and that will just let you get software updates a little bit faster. As far as I understand, they're not beta versions, but they just come out a bit faster so that you can use it. You can use those updates as soon as you can. If you don't want to be on the cutting edge, you can go back to normal, but I like to be on the cutting edge. Haven't had any issues with that. So yeah, first update on the first day, and that's 20.28.5.